back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey with us. And I want to thank every single one of you that have been with me from the start and that give me the thumbs up and comment and share my videos. Thank you so much. I am grateful to every single one of you. I also would like to mention right up top, there's 3 little buttons. You can click there, slow down the video to the speed you'd like, and there is the CC closed caption. Everything I will be calling out the stitch will be written down here, so it makes it easier for you to pause and take notes. I also would like to mention in the description box, there is the link to the slow down the video in case you don't know how to do it. You could just click there. It's a 2-minute video, and you can see how it's done. It's very simple and easy, not complicated at all. I also would like to ask you to please, if you like the video, to give those thumbs up for especially newcomers that you're new to the channel. It helps the channel to circulate worldwide, and it helps other people to recognize and become members. Thank you so much for that. I also would like to mention for the people that have extra yarn, extra thread, if you want to give a helping hand to the women in need, desperately in need for it, please reach out to me either through Instagram, TikTok, my Facebook. I have a Facebook crochet group. You can become a member part of it as long as you have a profile on your Facebook. You're more than welcome to request and join in our group. We're a beautiful little group growing each day. I also have a crochet page. You can follow me there. And you can message me on Instagram and help to donate. There's also a $ below the video. You can donate through there whatever you feel like to help out the women. Or in the description box, there's my PayPal account. You can do, give it through there too, so I can buy the thread and send them out to them. And we are grateful and humble, very much so, for your kindness and your good heart. So please do help, okay? So we are going to get started. I usually use hook 3.5 or a 3, a small one for tucking in loose ends, and a pair of scissors. And 99.9% my thread is 100% cotton thread. It's a 4-ply, same thing as Aunt Lydia, number 3. So we're going to get started, everyone. Thank you so much again for being part of this journey with me. Okay, everyone. So we're going to start a new table runner. I'm just creating as I'm going. So we're going to create it together for the people that are creating it. And of course, you must have your flowers. On the video that I did the flowers, I mentioned that I was going to do with 3, and then I decided to go with 4 to go a little bit longer. Why not, right? So I've started already to see how I would like to have it start off. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to start. So we have the attachments here of the flower. And this is the other 2 attachments here. So you can start on the 2 that are out. And you would do a single, which I already have the single there, and chain 10. Make sure you use a bigger hook if your stitch is too tight, or you're going to have a very hard time. And for the people that have a good loosage, it will be good for you. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chain. I'm going to come into this one here and close it in with a single. Now, here and here will be my corners. I'll show you here because I have it set. That's why I had it set up. Now it seems like it will be pulling, obviously, because this is all chain. But the next row that we're going to do double crochets inside of the chain, it's all going to get straightened out. So don't worry about it if it's pulling a little bit. It cannot be pulling too much, but it is going to pull a bit, okay? Because this is like chain. So basically, we're going to create the corners here. Okay, so you'll have the 10 chain, and then we create these little I don't even know what you call them, but I'll explain to you as I go, because I'm still learning some name of stitch that I don't know yet. So from the 2 outside ones, we do the middle one here, a 10 chain. Okay, never mind the rest, we'll get to it. So you'd start a single 10 chain. Now this will be the corner one. The corner one I'm doing 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And I'm trying to give it a good loosage. So I'm going to come right in the center and close it. So this is going to be my other corner. Only corners are 12 chain. Everything else is a 10 chain except when we get here. So chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Coming into the next, which this will be the top. I think you're getting a pretty good idea. So you can see that it's starting to pull a bit. Obviously, I don't have them straightened out, but even though if it pulls a bit, it's okay because we're doing the next row. It's all going to get fixed together. So now we're at the other corner. Okay, 12 chain. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm using a 100% cotton thread. I almost forgot that. 4-ply. It's almost similar to Aunt. Very, very little tiny bit thinner than Aunt Lydia number 3, but very much the same. 3.5 hook. So I have a 12 chain going into the next one. So now I have my 2 corners here. Okay. I'll give you an idea. And now we're going to work this side. So chain 10 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I'm trying to give it a good loosage with a single. Now where we come in between the motifs, that's where we're going to create these ones, okay? So chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4 times. So you're going to have 5 on your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to come right in the center between the 2 flowers. Take out 2, take out 2, take out 2, take out 2, and take out 2. That means you're taking out 5 times. Chain 4. 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Come back in. Take out 2. Take out 2, take out 2, take out 2, and take the last 2. Chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 2, 3, and 4 on your needle, on your hook, and that means you have 5. Come back in. Take out 2, take out 2, take out 2, take out 2, and the last 2. We're going to create this 4 times. Okay, so we have one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. Come back in. Take out 2, take out 2, take out 2, take out 2, and take out 2. That means you're taking out 5 times. Okay, so it's going to look like that. How pretty that is, right? I don't even know what the hell I'm doing, but we're going to go from here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. So the same 5 we did here, we're doing here to balance out the pattern. Okay? And remembering, this will be our corner. And then we continue again, chain 10. So the chain 10s are only on the one motif to the other. On the big space between the flowers, that's when we have to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Into the next one, single. And then again, chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to turn 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to come directly in between the flowers. Take out 2, take out 2, take out 2, take out 2, and the last 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, chain, and come back in. So you turn 4 times on your hook. and you take out by 2s 5 times. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4 chain, come back in and repeat the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you're taking out by 2s. So now we have, see, it starts to pull a bit, but it's okay because the next row, the double crochets we're going to do, it's going to put them all fixed together. Okay, so again, we're going to do chain 5 exactly like we did here, and then chain 10, and then chain 5, and then you do your 4 things there, and then we close in at the end, right? Because this is like as if we started the same place. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 into the next space with a single. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chain into the next one, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. We're going to create those loops again, so turn 4 times on your hook. You're supposed to have 5. Come in between the flowers and you take out by 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4, and again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the last one. And chain 5. 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to come into the first single, the first single we did, and close it in with slip stitch. So I'm just going to give you an idea here. Maybe better this way for you to see. So it looks like it's all like pulling, right? But, so this will be the corners. And then we're going to have a straight line with double crochets all the way down. Okay, so I'll meet you in round 2. Okay, so we close in with slip stitch. We're doing 1, 2, and 3 into the next space. So we did 10 chain. We're supposed to have 10 double crochets, 1 per space. Right in the center, make sure you grab both loops, or else it, you know, your pattern will tend to pull too much. Okay, so do your 10. I'm going to do mine and then meet you at the end of my 10. Okay, so I've done my 10 double crochets. Now we know this is the corner one, so it's got the 12. We need to do also 12, but we're going inside where the single is, double crochet, and then 1 per space. So basically this whole row is only double crochets. We're going to continue to do this. So you know this is 12, and then the next one is 10. So you got to make sure that. And then I'll meet you when we get to here. Okay? Okay, so we're almost there on the edge, which is not complicated. We have the 5 chain. We'll be doing the 5 double crochet, 1 on top of the big quadruple, I don't know what you call it. And then we have the 4 here. But anyway, before anything. So as you can see, we're going to put it straight. So this will be our corner. So we're going to create those corners, right? Now we have the 12 double crochets in there. What you want to do is put a marker 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on your 6th one here. You're going to put a marker on this side because we're going to work on that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On your sixth one, you put a marker on the other side. Okay, so you got to make sure you have the 2 markers on there. If you don't have these, use piece of different colored thread just to know, because these we're going to form our corners, so we need to work on here. Okay, so we're going to continue on. And we're going to do 1 per space again. So 1 on top of the single and 1 on each space. So we have 5 chain. We're supposed to have 5 double crochets here. Okay, very simple. Sometimes I tighten some of my stitch, sometimes I loosen it. That's why I like to always have these little ones, because it makes it easier for me to go right through. Give it a good stretch there. And into this one, right on top. And then we do the 4 and then right on top, and then the 4 again right on top. So it's all double crochets all the way to the end. And you know, where we have the 12, we do the 12. We're going to put the markers, right? So I'm going to continue mine, and then I'll come back to you once I'm done. Okay, everyone, so I closed in with a slip stitch, and I went up chain 3. I'm going to do another double crochet next to it, next space, and another one next space. One, 2 chain. I'm going to skip 1, 2 on my third one, double crochet, next space, double crochet, next space, double crochet, 2 chain, 1, 2 on the third space. We're going to create again these groups of 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 1, 2, so it falls right before our marker. So we're going to put 1 there. I'm going to take out my marker. In the next space, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 right after. So in this corner, we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 double crochets. 5 will be in that 6th space that we marked, and we're going to do the same thing to all the corners. Okay, so again, 1, 2 chain, skip 1, 2 on the third one. We continue to do the groups of 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 1, 2, third space. Okay, and I'll meet you here again. Okay, so we're at the other corner. I'm going to do chain 2. Now here, if we skip 2, we are directly right on the marker. So what I'm going to do, I'm only going to skip 1. I'm going to do 1 before, which doesn't make any difference. Take out my marker, and I'm going to create my 5 double crochets on the same space again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 1 right after that. So now we have our 2 corners built here. And we're just going to proceed the same way. Chain 2, skip 1, 2 on your third. We're going to keep creating these little blocks of 3 all the way to the other corner, and I'll meet you at the other corner. We're going to repeat exactly the same thing. So if you haven't marked it, mark on your 12 chain there, divided by 2, so on the 6th one. Okay, so I'll meet you at the other end. Okay, you guys, so I'm on the other corner. I'm going to do exactly the same thing. So I'm going to skip 1, 2. I'm going to do 1 in here on my third space, and on the next one I'm going to do my 5 double crochets, which is the 6 middle one from the 12. So 3, 4, 5, 5, sorry, and then the one in the next space. Okay, so we have the 7 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we continue again. Skip 1, 2 on your third one. So on this side we have 4 groups of 3 double crochet. We must have the same thing on this side, 4 groups of 3 double crochet. Okay, so I'm going to continue mine and meet you on the 12 here again. Okay, so again on this side we have to do the same thing. Skip only 1, do 1 on the next one, and then the next one is my 6th one from the 12. I'm going to do my 5 double crochets. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 right after. So now I have my 7 and I have my 4 groups. And we continue on to skip the 2 space, going to the third and to chain 1, 2. On the third space we start creating the 3 double crochets. Okay, it's always hardest is to get that first count, 1, 2, the first count going. Once the first count is in, then we are pretty much okay with everything else. It's to get it started. And usually for creators like myself, designers like myself, it's always the hard part is the beginning of the pattern. Once the pattern starts falling into place, everything else is smooth. Now, of course, once we get more rows in, as you can see, it already pretty much took place. Don't forget, we also have to, how do you say it? My goodness, I can't think of the word, my Lord. We have to, I guess the word will come. I just can't think. We have to block it, people. Oh my God. Once you block it, either wet it, damped, and you can iron right over it, steam ironed, you know, which iron if it has steam, or just softener, any laundry softener, stretch it with your hands and lay it out on a flat surface, let it dry, and your pattern's perfect, as if it was just pressed. Okay, so we're going to continue that all the way to the end, and I'll meet you at the other end. Okay, everyone, so I've reached the end. I've closed in with the slip stitch. Now, you need to have the same amount of squares, blockage here, as the other side. So on this side I have 28, and I have 28 now here. But on my last one, I had to put 2 together. Here I only skipped. So here I skipped 2 and I went on the third. I put 2 together, 1 beside it. And I only skipped 1 here, or else I wouldn't be able to have my 28. But that doesn't change anything in the pattern like I told you, right? Okay, so now we are just going to do the walk over to the center of the square here with a single. Now everything else is going to be a piece of cake. It's only hard, it's just the very first one. So single and 2 chain is a double crochet, and we continue to create these little blocks inside of the space here. 2 chain always, and into the next one. 2 chain. So we're going to come inside of this block here. Now here's the corner, okay? So we're going to do 2 double crochet, 1 on top of the first double crochet, the second, the third. So, and the fourth. I'm going to do 2 chain, come back on the same one and do 1 double crochet, 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to do one more to be the same exact thing. So I'm going to add one here on the corner. 2, 4, 6, 2, 4. No, I don't. Sorry. And 2 here. I don't know what I was thinking. So we're going to have 6 on one side and 6 on the other, okay? 2 inside of the square here. 1 per space. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 chain on the same one. We create another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2. And then we proceed the same way. We're going to do this the same way all the way around on all 4 corners, okay? And then you create your little groups inside of the block, 2 chain space, and we continue on, okay? Okay, everyone, so I pretty much finished doing row 3. As you can see, it's starting to come out really nice and flat, right? As the rows go, it starts pulling everything together. Look at that. Okay, so going into row 4. Again, we're always going to do the walk to the next block, next little square, so we can continue to do our little groups here. Single, 2 chain, continue your groups. And again, 2 chain. I'm coming in here and create my group this time inside of the square. Chain 2. I'm going to skip 1, 2, and on the third one I'm going to do the double crochet, next space double crochet, and again, and inside of the space 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and again 2 double crochet in the same space, and 1 per space. We don't do the last 2 double crochet, so we're going to have a total of 6 again on each side. One, 2, and we create our group in the center here again. So this is going to be repeatedly like this all the way around. Nothing to it, all right? 2 chain and continue your group. So basically, the only thing that changes is the corners. So now we're going to do the other corners the same way. Skip the 2. Of course, we're going to do our group here. Skip the first 2, go into the third, and create 2 inside of the middle here. And then skip the 2 last ones here. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, so we finished doing 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm coming in with the turquoise blue. I'm going to skip 1, 2. We're going to repeat exactly the same thing. The only difference is we'll be alternating back and forth. Like this row will be turquoise, the next row will be the off-white. Next row turquoise, next row off-white. Okay, so we're going to do a few rows like that, and we're always going to have here 6 double crochet. So we do our 4, 2 inside of the space, 2 chain, and 2 more in the same space. And again 6 on this side. 2 chain, and continue to create our group. So not complicated, very smooth going pattern, especially for beginners. The only thing that I find it might be a little bit touchy for beginners is just to get it started on the first row for the pattern. But you know what? Take your time with it. Be patient with yourself, and you absolutely can do it. I mean, I'm just creating this as I'm going now. If I can pull from my head and create things like this, you can easily follow the pattern. If you have to slow down the video, go ahead. If you need to put the closed caption on, go ahead. Pause, take notes, rewind if you have to, and go from there. You have everything going for you. It is not impossible to do. Put in your mind, set your goals. You can do all things. You just have to be persistent, patient with yourself, and you can get through. Like I said, if I can create this now as I'm recording, I don't have a pattern in front of me. This is just out of my head. I came out with a vision and I started working on it, and most of the time when I have visions and I want to create that vision that I have, it never ends up the same way. So I had a vision to start. I knew I wanted square. I knew I wanted a little blockage, but I had no idea that I was going to go through the edges like this. I had to make it work. So I had to come up with something. And I had to take it down quite a bit and redo. Take it down quite a bit and redo until I had the right stitch and the right fit for it. So be patient with yourself. You can do this, okay? All right, so just continue again, like I said, 6 on this side, 6 on the other. And then the next row, we're going to alternate color. You can even use different colors, whatever colors you're using for your flower. You can go with the green, you can go with the yellow, you know, whatever you wish, okay? I wish I had more pink. I don't have too much pink, or else I would have been doing the pink and off-white, but I don't have that much pink. I won't have enough to complete a few rows, so I'll go with the blue since I have enough blue. Okay, so I will meet you at the end again. Okay, you guys, so I pretty much closed in with a slip stitch. I'm going to change color and go into the off-white and repeat the same process. And then I'll go into the blue and repeat the same process. So it's always the same thing now. Skipping the first 2 and the last 2 and continuing to do the 6 double crochets in the corner. Everything else stays the same. You can forward the video and see how many rows I've done, and then we'll go to the edge and finish it up. Okay? Okay, you guys, so I pretty much finished doing on row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm into row 9 and I'm using the same colors I used in the flower. And this row is only double crochet all the way through the end. So I started 2 double crochet in the corner, 2 chain, 2 double crochet, and 1 per space, and 2 where we have the chain. Okay, so very simple. Double crochet per chain. So we have chain 2, we do 2 double crochets and 1 per space. Now, another thing is that you can go bigger if you like. So you can go row 11, row 13, you know, and so on. I stopped here. I think it's going to be big enough for the size that I want, because we're still going to finish the edging. So I'm just closing out the pattern at this point. And I could have went with the blue, but I think I wanted to incorporate a little bit more um, of this multicolored like we have on the flower. I think it will bring the pattern together. And why not? We love playing with colors, right? It's summertime. It's gonna look, even if it wasn't summer, it's cozy. So one double crochet per space on the chain, and we continue through the whole row, one per space. Okay, so I'll meet you at the corner again so you don't get confused, but the corner is only the same thing, two inside, double crochet, two chain, and two inside again. Okay, so now I'm coming into the corner and do my two double crochets, two chain, and two more double crochets, and one per space. So we're going to do this all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end. I still have to choose another color, probably go into the yellow or something like that, I'm not sure, to do at least a row to have it all blend in together. Okay. And I would like to mention that I forgot to mention, I am going inside of the two chain, but you can go over if you like, okay? It's optional for you. I think it's nicer this way, but that's my personal opinion. But if you think it's harder for you, especially for beginners, then you can go over, but you have to at some point try to do different. This is how you're going to grow in crocheting and, you know, coming out with designs and things like that. Okay. Okay, you guys. So I'm going to start on my fourth one here, just before the corner. Okay. So I'm going to do a single. And I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 10 chain. I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3. On my fourth one, I'm going to do a single. So we're going to have this loop here on the corner like that. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so that would be on your second double crochet, and the same thing here. I'm going to do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 singles. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chain. I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I'm going to do 8 chains. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On your 8th double crochet single, we're going to do again the same count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 singles. 4, 5, 6, 7, chain 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to skip again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on my 8th one. So we're going to create these groups of 7 singles, 8 chain, and on your 8th you put your single. And we have to make sure that it ends up also with a chain on the corner. So if we need to make an adjustment on the other end, we will. Okay, so I'll be back with you at the end. Okay, you guys, so I'm at the corner. Now I had to make an adjustment. I've jumped one here, okay, in order to get it right, to get my loop in the corners. So you have to play around with it sometimes. So I jumped one here. So I did my 7, but I jumped a double crochet. And here, instead of putting in my 8th, I put in my 9th. And here, I've jumped again 2 places, 2 spaces. So that means I've jumped 3 times. Here, once, I went to my 9th, and I've jumped here twice. And like this, I ended up right on my 2nd double crochet. And then continue to do your 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, not 8, but 10, sorry about that. And 1, 2, 3, and your 4th. And continue. Okay, you guys, so we did our 10 chain here in the corner, and we're on the 4th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to skip a space and going to the next one. We have to start cheating the same way as we cheated here a bit. Chain 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to go to my 9th chain now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have to do some cheating, so we have to skip here and there, and it's not noticeable on the pattern. So do your 7 singles again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Chain 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I have to check my counting here. So we have a chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to go into my 7th instead of my 8. I'm going to do my 7 singles. 4, 5, 6, 7. Chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I need to do my count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to go into my 8. You have to see yours because sometimes you could have missed a stitch or you have an extra stitch and it might work better for you than it is now for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This would be my 7. I'm going to skip directly into the next one so I can fall in the corner exactly. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I have too much. So I need to skip a few here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Skip 1. Actually, I'm going to skip a little bit more back. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to skip 1, 6, and I'm going to skip another right into my place, 7. Okay, and then chain 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come back into this side and 1, 2, 3 on your 4th, and proceed the same way. Okay, and this is how it's. So you're going to end up with 1, 2, 3 loops at the edge. Okay. So we have to work around with it, jump here, jump there, either on the chain or on the single, and get it to the right fix. So try this way, see if it works for you. Yours might be working better than mine anyway, right? Okay, so I'm going to do this side, and if I need to adjust, I'll let you know. Okay, you guys, so I'm at the end again. Now what I did was the same thing. So I skipped 3 spaces. I skipped here, I went into my 9th here, and I skipped 3 spaces here. And I'm right on my edge here. So you adjust yours to the same thing. If you have to skip 2 or 3 or 4 spaces, you can skip here and there. Okay, it's no biggie. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to come into 1, 2, 3 on my 4th. This always stays the same on the corner. We can't skip anything here because we need to have it perfectly set on the corner. I have 11 loops in one side. This is going to help you. Even if you have 12, you have to make sure you have 12 on the other side. So adjust it to be 12 or whatever you have that you've done the other side first if you have 11 or 12. I have 11, so I made sure I had 11 on this side also by skipping the 3 singles, and instead of putting on the 8th, I put on the 9th, okay? And we're going to do the same thing to this side. So we're going to adjust this side exactly the same thing as we skipped and adjusted on here. So see how you adjusted yours and just follow through the same direction as you have on here, okay? That's going to help you out to balance out this end. Okay, guys, so I pretty much have mine done. I did my 7 singles, and I put 2 together here, exactly like I did on the other side, and I've skipped 1 space here. So I have my 3 loops exactly like I have the other side. Now, if you need to put markers on the other side, go to the other side, or as if you're looking ahead before, which you should. Put markers on so you know exactly where to put on this side also. Should have mentioned that from the start. Okay, so we're going to come inside. So we're coming inside of the loop with a single, chain 2. Inside of the space, we're going to do 14 double crochets. Okay? I'm going to do my 14 and then meet with you again. So I have my 14 double crochets. I'm going to skip the first one, going into the second, right there, single, 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 single. So I have, and we're not doing the last one. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 singles. I'm going to come back into my loop here, and this time I'm going to do 12 double crochets inside of the loop here. Okay. So I've done my 12 double crochets. I'm going to skip the first one, going to the second, and do my 5 singles again. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And repeat the process again with 12 double crochets, okay? We're going to repeat the same thing all the way to the end. The corners, we know it's 14 double crochets. And of course, we're going to skip the first and the last and do our 5 singles. I'll meet you at the end of my row. Okay, you guys. So I'm going to start by the side here, just before the corner. And I'm going to come in, skip 1, into the next one with a single. Try to hide my thread here at the same time, coming in with the blue. I'm going to come into the next one with a single, and the next one with a single. So we're going to have 3 singles. We're going to skip the first and last single. I'm also going to skip the first double crochet. I'm going to come into the second, from the back to the front to the back. I'm going to do triple. You can do a double crochet if you'd like. I'm going to do triple crochet. And 1, 2, and 3 chain. I'm going to come back on my first one here where we closed off with picot. And again, come between the second and the third and doing triple crochet again. 1, 2, 3, come in the first one here, slip stitch, picot. Again, come between the third and the fourth. So very simple, nothing to it. 1, 2, 3, picot. Now you can do doubles, and then if you want to add another row to do your picots, you can go with whatever color you want and just do singles and picots. The choice is yours. We're pretty much done with this pattern. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. So, as you know, you created this one with me, alongside with me, because this just came out of the blue as I went. So I hope you enjoy it. And I will have it in display at the end, Let me know what you think about this pattern, this new creation of mine. Want to remind you that the corners will have 12 triples, and the side ones that we have, the 12 double crochets, we're going to have 10 triples, and always a 3 single. Okay, so this does it for this tutorial, nothing else to it. So you know, as soon as you get here, you skip the first one, you do 1 single, 2 single, 3 single, you skip the last one, and then you skip the first double crochet, and you come in from the back to the front to the back and do your triple, and then your 3 chain for picot. Okay, so I'll have it in this way at the end. Thank you so much, everybody. Until next time. I'll leave all the measurements and everything below on the description box. Don't forget to give a thumbs up to the video and share. It's very important. Make your comments, your suggestion. Thank you so much for your support and love. And please consider donating to the women in need of thread. Okay, until next time. Bye-bye, everyone.